So guys, I'll introduce Joanna. So Joanna is from Believers. Actually, Joanna is an alumni of Católica, but not on the business school. So she's going to share with you her story, her experience. And it's great to have her here because, as you heard from the mentors before, you know, storytelling and convincing people about what you're doing is super important when you're pitching. And I believe that Joanna will provide you with the right skills, or at least to show you what should be done and perhaps not done, and how you could improve your pitch. So Joanna, welcome here. Thanks again for being with us today. And
thank you.
I'll leave you on stage to share your wisdom, actually.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Once again, thank you so much for having me here this afternoon. It's a pleasure. Like Pierre said, I'm Joanna Ferrão. I'm the CEO founder of Believers. Our project is mostly related to communication. So we help young people, young entrepreneurs to find their own voice in order to be able to share their idea, projects, and dreams. We do it through training and mentorship sessions regarding the topics pitch, public speaking, and storytelling. So this is what we do. As you know, we are going to be speaking or talking, discussing, this is a brainstorming about pitching. But before we go in depth about pitch concept and the pitch structure and all of these topics that we are going to be discussing, I would like to share with you a quick video in order for you to understand the importance of to have good communication skills, and in this case, to build a very nice pitch, or a very effective pitch. So let me share my screen. Okay. I believe that you're here. Let me know if you are able to see the video and to listen to it, please.
Mumbler!
What?
Seriously, I cannot understand a single word you're saying.
Oh, dear God. Thank you. You are such a good God to us.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have that.
That's where
that was true for the.
Let's get back to the tax the rich.
I'm not so worried about the FCC.
Accommodating God. And we thank you, oh sweet, sweet Lord of hosts, for the smorgasbord you have.
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa.
Thank you, Mayor and fellow Rachelanians. I am proud to be here today.
And each day, by day, day by day,
I didn't. No.
And yet this issue is one I'm.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
That goes without even being said.
And that.
Okay. So I think you got the main idea. The thing that I want to show you with this video is that you may have a brilliant project, a brilliant idea with yourselves. And if you can express, in this case, in an effective and impactful way, you won't be able to reach your goals, in this case, to raise investment. So before we start with the pitch concept once again, as I'm going to spend an hour with you, I would like to know a bit of you guys. So I would like for you to share some information about you with me. Just simple sentence. So I would like you to tell me which project are you developing, what's the main idea or a tagline related to that, and one thing that none knows about you. So please, can you share with me, share it with us? Can I have a volunteer?
I think I'm just going to start. Hi, thank you so much for the introduction.
Hi, Leonard.
I'm Leonard. I recently graduated from Católica and started to work this week, actually. So I'm in it for the grind for the next 45 years now. And so I want to develop my own project. It's called Whisper. And the tagline maybe would be, we want to turn brands into friends. And what somebody doesn't know about me, I don't know. I've had the same bonsai tree for the last 10 years and it didn't die on me. So that's my fun fact.
Oh, thank you, Leonard. Please, someone, next one.
Yeah, I can continue. Oh, no, I think Tonji was.
Yeah, I can do it if you are. Okay.
Go ahead, Tonji.
Yeah, I'm Tonji. I'm a Católica student. I'm doing master dissertation. My idea is to build up a platform that's gonna enable companies to exchange their employees. And something about me, I don't know. I'm from Croatia. I'm a pretty happy person.
Nice, that's very nice. And the name of the project is?
Talent Swap is the name, but the team is Katan.
Okay, Katan, nice. Okay, please, Timo.
Yeah, I'm Timo. I'm from Germany, 22 years old. I'm part of the Crowdify team. Two members, Christian and Philip, already left, and I'm afraid I have to leave in 15 minutes as well, so I can't take the full session. I will look at the recording, and then I think we'll contact you through email for some individual feedback on our pitch. What we are trying to do with Crowdify is democratizing revenue-based financing, where we try to give private investors the option to give microloans to startups to help them grow. And something about me. Well, even though I'm a German and I would say I like cars, I'd say I'm pretty bad at parallel parking. So
nice. Thank you, Timo. Philip, please. I believe you're the last one.
Yes. I come from Gaia Academy. We are the student startup, student impact community, and one thing about me would be that I don't like to eat capras because I believe they smell like Egyptian tombstones, like pyramids. So I don't want to eat them because of that.
Okay, thank you, Philip. So let's move on. I'm going to share my screen again to show you a brief presentation about pitching. Okay, is everyone watching my screen? Yeah. Let's go. So this is Believer's motto. If you can communicate and talk to other people and get across your ideas, you are giving up your own potential. And this is very, very, very true. Communication skills, as you saw, are very important, said by Mr. Warren Buffett, who is a priceless investor. About the pitch. So let's start to digging in the pitch concept. I pitch, therefore I am. This is a very known sentence from Guy Kawasaki because it's very true. It's the startup motto. If you are going to move forward with your own project, you are going to understand that you are going to be pitching all the time. Not just for investors, because your main goal is, okay, to raise investment in a first step, but then you have to pitch for co-founders eventually, for human resources, for media, for customers. So you must learn how to build a good and strong pitch for sure. So let's move on. This is the overview of our session. We are going to discuss the pitch concept, pitch base, goals, do's and don'ts, and the pitch deck. So the slides that are going to be with you in the demo day. And what's the startup? So let's start from the beginning. to understand, it's very important to understand the relation between the startup concept and the pitch concept. And this is very simple. The concept of a startup, as you already know, probably it's related to growing fast, because it might mean fast profit for the investors, might mean in theory. And so it's a hypothesis, it's an experiment. And you have to find a way to prove how your experiment is going to work. And you are going to do it through the pitch. So the pitch, it's the proceed to express to everyone how you are going to make it work. That's the importance of the pitch. And before we once again go through the pitch concept and structure, I would like to ask you if anyone knows about the story of the elevator pitch and wants to share with us. Leonard, you know about it, so share with us, please, share with the room.
Yeah, it's basically the notion you meet somebody in an elevator and you have like 30 seconds and break down your idea in the 30 seconds and pitch it to them.
Yeah.
Or 1 minute maybe, I don't know.
No, that's exactly what it means. I have a more like Disney story that's related to an employee that wanted to share a brilliant idea with his CEO. So he found him nearby the elevator of the company, and he tried to convince him about the idea. And he said, "Okay, you have 30 seconds." And he did it in 30 seconds, and he was able to discuss the idea with the CEO, and he was very, very happy. The end. This is the story of the elevator pitch. So what's behind the elevator pitch is nothing more than the art of seeking agreement, once again by Guy Kawasaki. So the pitch is a short speech, short, clear, and concise speech where you are going to express your main idea to a particular audience, in your case, investors, in order to have something in return. That's what a pitch means. That's the base. So it must be like I said, short, clear, and concise in order to be persuasive and impactful. And you are going to be performing under pressure because you have short time and because of maybe the nerve. What for? In your case, the pitch will have the goal to win a prize or raise investment, but you can use it in several phases of your path, of your professional path. So we can consider a direct sales pitch for customers, which is different from the pitch for investors. The motivations are different, as I'm sure that you already know. To raise investment, partners, suppliers, human resources, and media, like I said, to conduct group presentations. It's not mandatory to have a startup in order to pitch. You can be in another place, you can be working for a big company and you have to present to your peers and you have to pitch. Job interview and networking. So basically the pitch, this is the big question about the pitch. How can I be concise regarding my speech? Before we go through the base of the pitch, I want to ask you one question once again, that it is, if you may tell me what's the main idea behind, what's the main goal behind a pitch? What you want to do when you are pitching?
I think most importantly would be trying to bring the point across what you want to achieve with your startup. So what you are doing, what the product might look like, and then additionally maybe like the business model and what you would need from the other side you're pitching to in order to acquire that goal.
Yes, Timo, it's something like that. So the main idea that it's behind the pitch is to sell something. You're always selling something. You're selling your idea, you are selling yourself, you are selling your project, you are always selling something. So this is the idea. This is why we must build a strong pitch. And let's learn how to do it. First, we need to start from the base. We need to understand what are the main topics that we must put together in order to build our pitch. And for that, I like to use the golden circle from Simon Sinek. It's a very good example with 3 little questions that if you are able to answer, you have the base of your pitch. And the rest is just, you just have to add some info about your business model in order to sustain your idea. But before that, you need to construct a very solid base. And the base is this one: why, how, and what. Leonard, maybe you can explain us the idea behind the golden circle. Did you heard of it?
I did, yeah. Yeah, of course, I attended Católica. I've heard all about it. Can I give it back to you? Well, I think the why is to start with your purpose. For instance, I don't know, Apple was make customers happy or something. And the how, we're doing this with great technology. And what is actually great computers. I wasn't quite on point, I think, but yeah, sort of like that.
Yes, thank you. You gave the example that Simon Sinek gives us when they're explaining the golden circle. So the first question is about the why. What's your purpose? Why are you developing your product, your solution, your idea? Which problem is it going to solve? How? Through what? Technology, human resources, volunteering. How? And what? It's the product or the solution itself. It's you have to materialize what you are developing. So it's the solution, the product itself, like I said. And if you think about the pitch, it will look like something like this. If you think about the golden circle and then match to the pitch, you can have something near to this. So you have the pitch in the middle, of course. Then we have the problem. First thing, it's what we are going to be solving. Then we have the solution. The solution is your idea, your experiment. And then the insight. That's what I like to call the unfair advantage. So why are you different, and why are you going to be succeed? This is the base. Once you have the answer for these 3 words or 3 questions, you have your pitch base. After this, you just have to build the business model part, which must be coherent, of course, in order to sustain this main idea. So we looked at the base. And now I want to ask you once again, considering a logical progression of your pitch, which will be the order that you choose to start your storytelling?
Robert.
Okay, sorry, I didn't understand. The problem, yes, the problem. And after that?
Solution.
The solution, and then the insight. So that's the logical progression. You open up your pitch, explain the problem that you are going to be solving, then you present your product, your solution, your idea, and then you explain or try to express your unfair advantage, so what's unique about you. Let's go a bit that in these 3 main concepts. So the problem. In order for your idea to be attractive, you have to be I advise you to be solving a very impactful problem. So it's important for the problem to be popular. Example, COVID-19 or something related to SDGs. So the SDGs are the goals proposed by the UN for the companies until 2030. And we are considering things like education, equality, sustainability, and so on. And if your solution it's related to a problem that came from one of these goals, it will be very impactful. And nowadays this concept is growing, so it's a very good way to start. Continuous growth, the problem won't stop. Urgent, we have to solve it now. Expensive, perfect, because if the problem it costs a lot to solve, it means that you can charge a lot considering your solution. Mandatory, at this topic we are thinking about the law changing. For instance, the RGPD, it's very bureaucratic. So if you have something that for instance, automate this kind of laws, it will be very interesting to learn more about it. And frequent, so people has it every day. The solution is your project, your idea itself. So what you are going to do to solve the problem that you present. And when you are presenting your pitch, I advise you to sell the problem in the first place and focus on the problem and the greatness and the impact of the problem, and then present your solution. Then doing that step, you are going to keep your audience more aware and interested in what you are saying. The only thing I have to share to tell you about the solution is that it's the experiment. It's the experiment that you are working on. So that's the solution. The insights or the unfair advantages. So why will your project be the fastest growing? What's unique about you? What's different about you? Why am I going to invest on you? You have to search a thing, or you have to have a thing, a topic, whatever, that makes you different. Otherwise, you are just one more project that it's in the market. And you have different types of unfair advantages that you can explore or search in your project in order to be different. It can be related to the founders, the expertise, for instance. So think about, a PhD or MBA or a particular program that you went through that it's related to the solution or to the problem and makes you different, makes you an expert about it. Think about volunteer work that you did, that it's related to your solution, to your idea. You or your team. I'm talking about you, but you can consider all of the members of your team. Think about professional experience, if you have any, that it's related to what are you doing or what the problem or related to the problem that you are solving. The marketing, company growth. So if this is related to customer attraction. So if you are selling a lot, if you have a lot of clients, it means that you are dominating the marketplace, perhaps, and this is a very good and fair advantage. Product, 10 times better than the competition. It's 10 times what? 10 times faster, 10 times safer, 10 times easily to use. Do you have anything related to that it's different, that it's better from everyone else? Monopoly. Monopoly, this concept, it's related to the strength of your company. So it means that year by year, maybe, or in theory, it will grow and your product will get better. You will gain more expertise considering your field. You are building a stronger network. You are dominating the marketplace, and so on. So these are a few examples that you can use to think about your unfair advantage. So by now, until here, do you have any question? Is everything okay? Okay, so let's keep going. Now, the goal of the pitch, as we already saw, as we already discussed about it, it's to express a main idea. So you don't have to talk about details, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to become your pitch too complex. You just want to be to simplify it, to be simple, and to express what's the base about your project, what you want to do, what you are doing, and what you want to solve. And a good pitch is a pitch that you can do to your mom or a 10-year-old, and he gets it. This is a pitch. And this is a suggestion for you to practice with your mom, with your family, with your cousins, because if they get the idea, it means that the idea it's clear. It means that everyone is getting it. And the goal is to, at the end of the day, after you build your pitch, you'll be able to answer to these three main questions, because these three main questions are the ones that the investors are going to ask themselves after they hear about your idea. So the first one, do I get the idea? So are you being clear? Are you being simple? Am I excited about the idea? So this is related to your unfair advantage. Are you different enough? Are you unique? Do I like the team? This is very important, even for investors, because, of course, the main goal of the investors when they are searching, listen to a pitch, is to understand where they are going to make profit. But they are interesting on the team as well, because if you are building a project, if you are building a startup, they really want to know if you have the resilience, the strength, the willingness to do whatever you have to build your project, because it's very hard. It takes a lot of effort. It's not a fast thing to put in the market, and they have to be sure that they are investing on the right team, because they are putting their money on the game. The do's. We are going to do just an overview about it, because we already mentioned a few of them. So you have to be clear about your idea. A clear idea is the foundation for growth. This is very true. This is related to the thing that I already told you about. So if you can explain your idea to your mom or to your 10-year-old cousin, you are being clear for sure. So because the goal is to try to go through or make the word of mouth. Initially, the startups grow very organically. So they grow with the word of mouth. And if you can spread the idea, if you can be simple and clear, the idea will spread, will sell for itself. These are some examples about clarity, about taglines that are very clear and simple to understand. And you can open your pitch, your first line can be with a tagline. You choose if you want to do that. And if you do it, you must be sure that you are being clear and simple about that. Because you have 10 seconds to connect with the audience. And so you really need to be very good and to think in depth about this. So let's see, the Dropbox. Dropbox synchronizes files across your team's computers. Very easy to understand. Airbnb is the first online marketplace that lets travelers book rooms with locals instead of hotels. That's Airbnb. And Unbabel, translation as a service. That's what they do, they translate. Simple as that. Empathy. So you are going to be one of many startups that are going to be pitching in a demo day, considering a general demo day. And so you need to find a way to be different. Besides your unique advantage, you need to make your story different, because investors are impatient. They have a lot of pitches to hear about. They will be distracted, tired, and so on. And so you have to have some kind of techniques that will make you different and unique. So you need to find a way to make your story or your idea relatable to the audience. You can start that with a different opening. You can, for instance, if you are solving a problem that it's related to yourself, you can create a story that tells that idea and that makes clear that you are suffering and you have experience about that. And it is very interesting to connect the audience. For example, my company, my project is to help people to communicate, to get their communication skills better. And this is very related to me because my background is related to law. I am a lawyer and I am a sales specialist as well. So I spend my entire life communicating. And most of the time, or at the beginning of my professional path, I had a lot of difficulty to express my ideas as well. So this is my problem. This was my difficulty, and I am very aware of other people's difficulties regarding the communication. So I build a program that will help people with their struggles considering the communication skills, because I was there. I've been there. I had that pain. And so if you can find a way to tell, to express this message, it will be brilliant to connect with the audience. This is one example, but you can, for instance, if your problem is huge, it has a very high range, considering, for instance, sustainability or environmental issues. You can create a story as well that will relate the problem with the audience, because it's a bigger problem, and it will be easier to enroll something or create a story that will make everyone, feel like they're included in the problem. So try to build something different. Be concise. Be straight to the point. You have short time. You have a few minutes to express your main idea. So you need to be simple, like I said already, and short and objective. And besides that, it will show effort. It will make investors think that you really thought about your idea in depth, that you really know what your company, what your startup needs, that you will know what will be the milestones and the goals to set and will be working on considering your project. But don't be too concise. So look at these examples. We are an e-commerce store. This is too general. This is our really examples. So we are an e-commerce store. I can understand it's too general. Who are you? What are you doing? And who is your target? We operate in the area of computer security services. Once again, too general. I can understand the particularities about you and your project. We teach and share knowledge about data science and AI. Once again. So, to chill a bit, as we are going through a lot of information, before I ask you if you have any questions until now, I would like you to share with us where you had your idea, where physical space, where you had the idea to solve the problem that you are solving? Where? At school, at home, in a peculiar space, I don't know, in the bathroom, when you were doing something different?
To me, it was, we had like the Lean Entrepreneurship Project. It was the part of the master program. And then we had to figure the idea and then how it started over there. And
okay.
The beginning of it.
Okay, okay, nice. Leonard?
I worked at a friend's startup from Católica, and it was incredibly hard to sell the thing because it's a novelty. And this is how I got the idea for my project.
Okay, nice, very well. Anyone else? Yeah, and for me, actually, it was one of the other colleagues, the one that left that idea coming from. But I know the first time I heard it, I was laying on my hammock on our garden back at home, and he sent me a picture, said, "Hey, can you read this and like get back to me with some feedback?" And I read the picture, and I was like, "Man, can I join? Like, can we do this together?" And we started.
Nice. Okay, am I missing someone? No. Okay, and now, do you have any questions till now? When there's any specific topic that you want to discuss about?
I mean, I have a question, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get to that point. But like, in what point? So in the insights point, you would present the team as who is in the team. Do you find that important to like have in the pitch the faces of everyone, and is this like between this? So yeah. How exactly do you think is the best to incorporate that in the story?
Okay, good question. I'm going to be speaking about that, but yeah, your unfair advantage may be the team, and I advise you to present a slide with your pictures of you, and then the thing that it makes you unique as a team. So it's your background, academic background, professional background. Is there something that it's regarding or related to a hobby? I say that because in my example, the unfair advantage of my project is my background. It's me. And a different thing that I did was related to a hobby, because I do theater, amateur theater, and it really helps me with the public speaking skills, and it helped me building my training programs. Because when you are performing a play, you need to know how to be aware of your body language. You need to learn how to speak in public and so on. So it gave me experience. So my unfair advantage, I had a lot of other things that I did, of course, but my unfair advantage, it might be related to that, to theater, if I want. So this is just an example. You can think about a hobby as well. So what I want you to say is that you may put a picture, and then the thing that you believe that it's different about you guys, about the team, the professional experience, academic experience, hobbies, volunteer work, so on and so on. But it's very important to put it on a slide, considering your pitch deck, as we are going to see further. So the do's. This is just a few tips that you may add to the base things that I explained to you. So get to know the audience. So search about the investors, the panel of investors. See if there's anything related to their hobbies, background, professional experience, and so on, that are somehow related to your project, and then try to include, a quote or a sentence that that's going to be relatable to them. And adjust your words, adjust your vocabulary to their background. Storytelling, logical progression. We talk about this. Prepare an impactful start and a wrap-up. So you will start with the problem, and you can start, for instance, with a quote or with a question, or with some kind of study about the problem, or you can start with a story about yourself and about your team, and then relate it to the problem. Body language. So you need to be aware of your tone of voice. You need to be looking at the audience so they may feel that they are included in your idea, in your speech. You need to be aware of your gestures. Please don't cross your hands. Don't put them behind your back. Just make them natural along with your speech. Passion, authenticity. I'm sure that you are passionate about what you are doing. That's the only way that you are going to succeed, is to really, really, really love what you're doing. Be reproducible. This is related to the idea of simplicity and clarity. Because as we saw, as simple as you get, as faster and easier the idea gets spread. So the word of mouth, it's very, very important to be the important person in the table. Get to know your competition for sure. You need to know who are your competitors and why are you different from them. This is going to be the first question that the investors are going to make considering the Q&A session. Practice, 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 practice. Just practice with everyone in order to make your idea clear, in order for you to understand if your idea is being well acknowledged, and to be more prepared eventually for the Q&A session. Because if you practice with different kind of audience, they are going to make different kind of questions, and so you will be more prepared for the Q&A sessions that you are performing. Be conversational. You know everything about your project. You have everything to build up a strong pitch, and then you just have to go on stage and speak about it. Imagine that you are in a group of friends, and then a friend asks you, "Hey, Joanna, tell me about your project. Tell me, what are you doing?" And then you are going to explain it. "Oh, I'm doing this because I want to solve that, and I'm different because of this. And my plan is to do A, B, C, D in order to succeed." That's the pitch. So be natural, be conversational, don't use jargon, don't use MBA speak, don't use marketing speak, just be natural. Have a speech that anyone understands. The don'ts. Ambiguity. Try not to go through sentence ideas or whatever that may suggest different interpretations. Try to be clear and simple once again. Complexity, once again, try to express one idea, not two, not three, one, the most important one. Mystery, don't make, suggestions don't end up sentences like etc., and don't say things that you can't prove or that you are not certain, don't you have certainty about it. Ignorable, like I said, don't use jargon, don't use marketing words or MBA words or technical words or buzzwords. Just try to be simple about what you are saying. Don't overdo it. You don't have the most. I'm not sure that your project is not the most brilliant one on this planet. And don't be too defensive. This means that you are going to, once again, explain the main idea, not the details. So please go through it. Explain everything that you have to explain, and don't be afraid of the competitors to hear something about it, because what you are going to say is what everyone has to know about it. Do not exceed the time. That's a very basic one. You need to practice a lot. No preamble. So don't start your pitch like a Star Wars movie, please. Like in the beginning, and I'm going to solve this problem. No, just go straight to the point. You say your name, and then you say, hello, my name is Joanna, and we are believers, and then pitch about it. And you can have your tagline, and then you just go through your pitch. Attention, listen more, speak less. This is considering the Q&A session. Just answer to the questions, go straight to the point. Don't exceed your explanations. And listen, most of all, listen, because like I said, you are going to be questioned about a lot of things that will help you to get your pitch better for the next time, and eventually to get your project better. Okay, so the pitch deck. There's no blueprint about it. This is just a suggestion. These are just some bullet points that you have to consider in your pitch deck. This is not the number of slides that you have to put in your pitch deck. The number of slides that I advise you to create are 5 to 7. And then they will reflect these kind of ideas, these kind of topics that I'm showing you. So on the first slide, you can use a name, a logo, and a tagline if you want. So a clear sentence that explains what you do. Then you open up with a problem. So you can put, an image, a GIF, a graphic, something that illustrates the problem. Then you start talking about your solution. Then you go to the unique advantage. Then you might have a demo. I don't advise you to do a live demo, because if you are developing a tech solution, you might have some technical issues, and that will ruin your pitch. So use a GIF if you want, or something like that. Company growth so far. Yes, please.
For the demo, we're talking like as a service. Can we also just prove, for example, what we already did or what kind of events we already organized? Yes. An okay kind of explanation? Okay.
Yes, you don't. This is just a suggestion. You don't have to use a demo. You don't have to have a demo at all. You just have to show.
But I think it could be good to show what are we capable. It's on one side, it's also your unique advantage, because you show what you're able to do, right? What you were already able to.
Yes. What I'm saying is you can use it or not. If you are developing some kind of technology, you can do a live thing if you want, but you don't have to. But of course, you have to show what's your solution and what are you doing. So you can use some image, some graphic, a GIF, something like that.
Philip, I think what you're getting is what you have, your traction and customer traction and growth, because you had these events, right? And you can depict that. I think that is very great as a demo for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh, there's a misspelling there. So strategic partnerships, if you have some by now, or the ones that you are considering to make, it's very important. It will support your idea. It will build your name, your credibility. Competition, you can have a slide with your competitors and then explain why are you different from them. Future growth. So, of course, milestones, roadmap, scalability, everything that supports that your business is going to succeed and that you thought about it. So it's not an idea, it's a project, objective that it's defined and established. The team, once again, you can have a slide. It's good to have a slide with your team, explaining what they are doing and why they are the ones that are going to make it succeed. So find something in their background that it's relatable to your business. Call to action. What do you want? When you are pitching to someone, you need to ask for something in return. So you need to explain to the audience what you want and then be objective about it. So I want 10,000 euros to, in the next 6 months, do A, B, and C. Be specific about it. Be specific about what you want to do with investment. Or be specific about what do you want from the investors. If you want networking, if you want expertise, if you want a follow-up meeting, you need to be specific about it. The aesthetics of the pitch deck. Please be legible. Please use slides that are mostly images or bullet points or graphics or something like that. Don't use a lot of text. Don't fill your PowerPoints with a lot of ideas. Just things that are interactive and interesting and easy to understand. The rest is you that is going to be performing the pitch. Simplify, so democratize your idea. It means that make it simple for everyone to understand and make your slides obvious. The investors, once again, will be tired, will be impatient, and you need to make sure that if I get distracted, when I get back again to the pitch, I understand what you were saying. This is an example. It's a growth curve. It's called the hockey stick. So it's very clear. It's very simple. I can understand it in a glance. If I get distracted and I come back again, I perfectly understand what's going on. Of course, I won't be aware of the details about it, but I got the idea. So by now, do you have any questions about it?
Yeah, how would you put all this into 3 minutes?
Practice, 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 Leonard. You need to really understand you don't have to put all of this. You need to understand what it's more important for you and for your project to show and to make the audience to understand. Because it's different from idea to idea. But you have to practice. Now, I'm going to share a video about a good pitch. So in order for you to understand and to have an idea of what I've said. So let me just, okay, let me see, what is it? Okay. This is not the one, sorry. Okay. So let's check a good pitch. This is a pitch from Unbabel at demo day at Y Combinator. I don't know if you heard about Y Combinator, but it's it's a American company that invests in startups. They are very good. They have very good material about the pitch. So I advise you to check the site, check the website, check it out, and study a bit about that. And right now we are going to have a notion of a good example.
Hi, we are Unbabel, and we are Translation as a Service. The majority of new internet users will not speak English. This means that every company that wants to grow internationally needs translation. But right now, there are only two options: human translation, which is very expensive, and machine translation, which is not good enough, and it's not going to be anytime soon. The solution is to combine the two. We are building a machine translation engine that incorporates human editors to fix its mistakes. By doing this, you get machine translation that actually works. And we are the right team to do it. Both me and one of my co-founders have PhDs in natural language processing. We know machine translation. We already have 4,400 human editors from all around the world working at Unbabel. and we're growing 13% per week. And thanks to our technology, on average, an Unbabel editor is 5 times faster than a human translator, which allows us to charge 2 cents per word, which is 5 times less than what companies pay for translation right now with the same quality. And if you ask someone if they want to pay 5 times less for the same product, selling is kind of easy. That's why in the last 12 weeks, we have been growing 40% per week in the number of translated words. We have a great set of early adopters, ranging from small companies who use us almost daily to interact with their international customers to large companies, which will save a lot of money using Unbabel. We all know exactly how big the translation market is, $34 billion. And we're already a part of that market. We've been translating manuals, subtitles, and legal documents. But at our price point, it's now possible to translate this huge amount of content that until now was just too expensive to translate, like customer service emails, newsletters, forums. So I don't know how much bigger we can make this $34 billion market, but I know it will be big enough that you should come talk to us. So thank you. We are Unbabel. We are Translation as a Service.
So as you saw, his speech had 2.5 minutes. And he said the most important things about the project. He had the tagline, then he started the problem, then he presented the solution that they are working on. He spoke about the team, Philip, did you see? So the pictures and then the background, and then he related the background with the technology that they are developing. So it was very important. It's one of the unfair advantages. Then he spoke about the customer traction, so the early adopters, as you saw. He spoke about the market that they, or the how far they were growing. Then he spoke about the possibilities that are regarding this kind of marketplace. And he spoke about the pricing, so it's very important for you to explain how you are going to be paid, how are you going to make money. And let me see. And the next steps about it. So he has everything in 2.5 minutes. You have 4 minutes, so you can do it as well, with more information perhaps. This is a good example that you may study a bit more in order to help you to build your pitch. So we are finishing our workshop, and for us to end in the workshop in a funny way, I would like to suggest you a challenge. I'm going to be sharing my screen again in order to explain you what we are going to do. And this is it. Challenge for you guys. So let's train the pitch. So let's build a pitch. So what I would like you to do, please, if you want, all of you are invited, is to pitch me this beautiful thing in 1 minute. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to think about it, and then one of you is going to start your pitch, and then you are going to be doing the pitches without breaks. Are you in? Who's in? Everyone? Everyone? Yeah. So you are just 3. Let's do it. So no, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. I'm going to put my the timing clock running. You have 2 minutes to build a pitch about this beautiful thing. And then when I say start, someone is going to start and has a minute, and the next one and the next one. So 3, 2, 1, go. Pierre, if you want, you are invited as well.
Yeah, I'm preparing. I'm going to do it.
Okay, nice. So remember, problem, solution, and fair advantage. That's what I want to hear about. One minute to go. You have a lifetime to think about this. 2 minutes is so long. The end. Time's out. So it's going to be the first one. Come on, volunteers.
Can start?
Yes, of course, Pierre.
So let's do it. I think it's a nice challenge. I haven't seen that before. So let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Because you're under the spotlight 24/7, especially regarding your style and what you're doing, and because you're also one of the person at the center of the public attention, you really deserve a nice place to, in a nice and a stylish place to rest in your more intimate moments of life. And we propose you here the best place to rest and think, still in style, as aligned with your criteria. And that's it. That's what I would stop here.
Okay. What's your unfair advantage?
So yeah, I didn't do it. That's a good point. My unfair advantage here is that I'm still stylish when I'm with me alone. So that's what I thought.
Okay, nice. The next one.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pierre. It was brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, I can try. So, as many of our students, we have a problem of anxiety because we don't know how to change the world. We don't know what to do. And we ask students, and we figure out that more than 70% need guidance. They need knowledge about sustainability. And we want to provide this. We want to provide a solution, an impact community where we guide people, learn them, give them a place to connect, and give them a place that they know how to use their brain, that they will show them that their brain can do something good. We are 9 people from 7 different nationalities, so we can provide a big diversity and different mentalities. We already organized events with 150 people and with different workshops and talks, and we are providing our next program, and we have a lot of different partners which are supporting us. So we believe that we can create a framework that's scalable to different countries. Let's say something like that.
Thank you, Philip. The next one.
Right.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna start with problem. Your common toilet seat is not good enough for you. Is it too cheap so you cannot take a picture of it and post it? We offer you a solution. We offer you a premium brand solution, premium bed toilet seat, just for your comfort. Louis Vuitton for your body. Share it.
Okay. I will comment in the end. Leonard.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I think we all want time for ourselves and a place where we feel sheltered, especially when we're at our most vulnerable. So you deserve something that makes you feel truly valued and truly at home. So it's time that your throne finally becomes your throne. Go get your luxury loot today and spoil yourself.
Okay. Thank you, Leonard. So, general feedback. Pierre Tonti and Leonard, you didn't explain the unfair advantage at all. Philip, you had a lot of information about that, but your message wasn't very clear. So I didn't clearly understand what you explained. A lot of things at the same time.
I'm sorry, I completely messed it up.
You were too complex about it.
But I think Philip, Joanna, sorry, I think Philip pitched his own idea. He didn't pitch.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I had to run down to get the hotspot so you could hear me, and I didn't hear that we're pitching the toilet, so I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't hear a thing about the toilet, so I thought that, okay, no worries. The goal of this exercise, first of all, I was presenting you with a solution, so you have to create the problem, and it's the other way around. But the main goal of this exercise is for you to understand that the concept and the base of pitch, it's very easily to understand, but how to pitch, to be on a stage and to pitch your idea, it's not. So you need to, I will give you our Leonard. So you need to think about it. After you have this workshop and have all the tools and see maybe videos in YouTube and so on, you need to give it a thought. So think about what's really important about your idea. What's the problem that you are solving, and you can considering your solution, it might be, or it might exist a lot of problems that you can solve, but think the most impactful one that's related, connected to the things that we checked about. Then, yeah, share your solution, your idea, and how or what you are going to do to solve the problem. And then really think about an advantage that you have that it's really different. A thing that distinguishes you from everyone else. It must be a powerful thing. This workshop as well had the goal to just show you the pitch concept, the base of the pitch, and the structure of the pitch and the pitch deck. We didn't go in depth about your projects, about your ideas. We are going to be working on our mentorship session, and there I will help you with the problem, with the solution, and with the unfair advantage. So this was the main goal. Please, Leonard.
No, it's not a big thing, but so I think your approach is totally valid. But I feel this thing could be solved with the why, how, what as well, which I feel is a little bit different, which doesn't include the competitive edge, but more of a feeling, you know.
You can have, yes, but you can, of course, you can find an unfair advantage about this as well. So the thing that it's made by, you know, the leather and stuff like that. So if you really put a thought about that, you could find something different. But the difference of this challenge and the thing that the goal of the pitch that we worked on during the workshop is that here you are pitching for customers. So it's different, and the motivations are different. When you are pitching for a customer, the thing that you want to know is, sorry, I don't know what happened. The thing you want to know is their needs. So what they need, what they want, and how are you going to fulfill them? And in the other way around, the customer will pay attention to the product itself, you know, and how it's going to be useful for them, for their needs, for their problem, for their business. If you compare this to the investor pitch, in an investor pitch, the investors are going to be or are going to pay attention in a more holistic perspective. So they're going to be preoccupied about the market, about the business, and about the problem, and about how you are going to succeed. So your business model. It's completely different things. This exercise was just a funny exercise for you to relax a bit after an hour of pitch workshop, and just you to practice a bit about it, to have the first experience about what's pitching in front of an audience. That was the main goal. So I ask you at least, or at last, if you have any question that you want to do right now about the workshop, or about anything else, or a topic you want to discuss in a deep way. No? Okay.
Not right now. It was all pretty clear and concise.
Do you have your pitches ready right now?
To some extent, but we need to make some changes, and I think then the hardest part, as I see it, would be to see what to throw out and what is the best logical storyline that everything works at the end.
Yeah, the structure, the logical progression. Yeah, the storytelling. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's where we're gonna, mentoring wise, need the most help once we have slides ready, actually, to just think about what would be the best sequence of telling the story as well.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, like I said, the main goal of the workshop was for you to understand the base of the pitch and the structure of the pitch and the pitch deck. After that, you need to start working on it in a more particular way, considering your project, and then to understand what the best slides or what are the best data to consider in a pitch deck, because it's different from project to project, idea to idea. But I will help you with that in our mentorship sessions. So if you don't have any questions right now.
I have one question. Sorry, regarding the mentorship session, do you require the 3-minute pitch or a longer version? Is it going to be for the final event, or is it going to be for a pitch in itself, which is probably going to be longer than 3?
The final event will have a 4-minute pitch, right?
Yeah.
So what we are going to work on our mentorship sessions is you can work on your pitch for sure, and you can pitch to me. That's brilliant. And after that, we are going to be working on, eventually to get it better and to help you to build that logical progression and maybe the storytelling. So that's it. But yeah, you have to be prepared for the 4 minutes.
Yeah. Can I add something, Joanna?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
First of all, thanks for your time. I'm just putting in here, guys, you have the opportunity, and Joanna is providing her time to talk to you guys based on this schedule. So please get Joanna's feedback on your pitch. What I wanted to say is, maybe at this time you don't have a 4-minute pitch all polished and ready to be shared, but you should have an idea of the structure and what you want to share with Joanna. So after she can give you some hints of what to do and not to do. Don't come there with 20, 30 slides and then trying to cut that. You should already come up with an idea, kind of a blueprint of what you would like to share with us, so she can help you to get to this 4 minutes. I think it's going to be super interesting to have her looking at your stuff, because she's an outsider from your project. So she will have to understand, like the jury, she will have to understand what you're trying to achieve, your unfair advantage, etc. And this is always very good to have someone from the outside to help you prepare a pitch, because it would be us or someone like a mentor that knows you. It would not be as effective because we would be biased. And Joanna is not. She's focusing on the communication, on the storytelling, and I think it's going to be super useful. Okay? Yes,
I will have questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Different kind of questions. So you need to be prepared. But it's like Pierre said, you just have to build an idea, and tell me what are the main points that you want to express, and then we're going to polish everything from that.
Exactly. Okay, guys. First of all, thanks a lot again, Joanna. Thanks, guys. It has been a long day today. I hope that you get a lot of information to digest now. We're going to call it a day. So I do thank you for your time, especially for the ones that are exams and everything. I know it's very difficult for you, and I do appreciate that. I will provide additional information through emails about the next sessions. And the next session, the final session, will be in June. I will provide you with this information, but please book your time with Joanna so you can get the most out of her experience and wisdom on that. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, do you have any questions? No? Okay, guys, thank you very much. We call it a session, and have fun and take all this feedback and digest it. I will also be sharing the feedback from the mentors.